What is up, YouTube? So it's pretty early in the morning here. So today, we're going to be leaving out again for about a couple weeks. So yeah, today I'm going to be walking y'all through how I break down the entirety of the fish room. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see them. Let's see if I can find them. So real quick, hiding in that algae right there is a little baby. So I noticed there's like three of these guys in here. So I'm going to try to save them. And honestly, if I try to save them, I'm just going to put them in one of the buckets with the smaller ram shoe. So hopefully they don't eat them. If they don't eat them by the time we make it to where we're going, they're going to have a tank to their own. So hopefully they do make it and they can grow a little bit. And we'll just see what happens. So I'm going to be breaking down these three tanks, putting these guys in a bucket together, these guys in a bucket together, and then lastly, these guys in a bucket together. And then this 30 gallon over here, I'm going to break it down and then fill it back up with clean water. And then it's going to be holding my plants while I'm gone. So stay tuned. And yeah, hopefully you guys like the video. All right, so first things first is I've turned my filters off. I've turned my heater off. So now I've got my bucket here with the little hose clamped on. Got my air stone in there ready to go. Something I like to do is just add a little bit of prime in there as well, just because it is a longer trip to try to keep um, any negative effects from being in that small of an area for that amount of time. Just try to minimize the effects as much as possible. So I go ahead and add my prime in there, and then I'm going to take water pump, put it in the tank, and just turn it on, fill it up to enough that it's not going to be sloshing around in the car and dumping in the floor or anything like that, but still enough for where they are going to have some room to move around still. So nothing too crazy. Like I said, you just want like a happy medium. Gonna go ahead and get that going. And then once you get this filled up, I just, these guys aren't very big, so I usually don't reach down and just grab them. I usually use the net for these guys. Usually for the adults, I might grab them, or I just actually just grab them with my hand very gently. You got to be very careful. These guys are very delicate, so yeah, very gently grab them if you are going to do that. That should be enough right there. All right. So yeah, it doesn't take much water at all, really, because I mean, it's not even a 24-hour trip. So, I mean, it's very temporary, but like I said, I personally like to add some prime or some sort of detoxifier in there just to, I don't know, really just to make myself feel better, I guess. But it definitely will help. So then we're gonna move on to the next step. Like I said, they're gonna put your fish in the bucket. Make sure you have some sort of air stone or something in there. When you're doing it like this, when you're um, traveling with them in a bucket like this, because I literally just use like a 5 gallon bucket with a battery powered air stone. So I always have to like buy batteries just to make sure that the batteries are gonna last and stuff. Because I also put them in these when I do water changes. I've seen some people do water changes with the fish. This is kind of off topic, but I've seen people do water changes with the fish in the tank still. I just personally don't like to do that. Um, but yeah, I mean, you do you, I guess, do it which way you like it. But personally, for travel purposes and for water change purposes, I use these buckets and just put these guys in the buckets and use a battery powered air stone. So battery powered air stone has definitely been a lifesaver. So I would recommend if you're somebody who travels back and forth a lot and you have to move your fish back and forth, highly recommend it. So stay tuned until the next part. We're going to be breaking this down and taking all the equipment out. All right, guys, so it's about an hour and a half later. As you can see, all the tanks are broken down. So we did that same step just for every single tank. We went in, we filled up the bucket, put the fish in there, scrubbed out the majority of the algae. There's some left behind in this one. Scrubbed out all the algae, took out the heater, turned off the sponge filters, squeezed them out into the tanks, and just kind of did a little quick cleaning of everything. And now we got all these guys packed up and ready to go. And unfortunately, the babies that were in the adult tank almost immediately got eaten as soon as I put them with the ranchies. So Yeah, we'll have to try to have babies maybe sometime in the next couple months. But thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.